Hey Jeep Gang, this is Why You're In There channel. So today I wanted to do a review on these Harland roller rockers, and I'm going to compare to a brand new set and show you this set that came off my Jeep. I'm doing a complete rebuild on this motor and just upgrading a little bit. So you can see it comes packaged really well. It comes in a vacuum sealed pack or shrink wrap, however you want to say it. Everything you need is in there except for the Allen wrench, because it comes with the Allen bolt head screw. But on the box itself, I've seen people complain about that. They don't know what to torque them down to. But it says right on the box it's 24 foot-pounds to torque them screws down. But everything you need is in there, just like I said, except for the tool for the Allen bolt. I mean, they look great. I mean, it's flawless movement in there. And then you also get a couple bushings that will go under here. And your bolt, they do come off that pin. Well, it did earlier. Anyway. But you have to turn it correctly. And I had to wrestle with these a little bit to get the first set on the motor. To get these holes to line up correctly. I just had to wrestle with it a little bit. It wasn't bad or nothing. That comes apart, just slide it back on there. Now, in the instructions, it says to soak these in overnight in braking oil with the high zinc content. And that's what I do have. This is the Maxima brand braking oil. It's got 2 times the zinc formula. And you have to have that anyway for this motor with the flat tappet cams. You have to have something with a high zinc content. And you can't find that stuff at your auto parts store anywhere. I got it from a machine shop guy, but you can order it online from places like Summit. So important. I'd soak those in oil overnight. Doesn't have to be a full 24 hours. I guess overnight would be, what, 8 hours? But anyhow, here is my new... I bought a new set of these because I thought that I had rocker arm rock, which I'm surprised I did not. I put them on and I started the engine, and I had it was still a knock there, so I ended up doing a whole teardown, rebuilding this motor. And if you'd like to see that, that's on this channel as well. It's just called Jeep 4.0 Engine Rebuild. It's a long series. I try to make the video short for you, though. I think I'm like part 40 right now, and I'm still working on it. But just to compare something with, I want to show you the wear I got on my old rocker arms. Let's see if I can get close in there. But can you see how shiny that is there? That's all wear. And down in here, it's going to show up. Let me put a light on that for you. Okay, that's... If that focuses right, you can see grooves in there. Those grooves at the bottom right here, in the bottom of the cup, those grooves are not supposed to be there. Those grooves are from these pivot points. These are supposed to have the grooves in them, the little oil channel guides. So that's how much it was wearing there, because that rocker arm, it's in here like this, and it's just moving back and forth, and it's just wearing that metal together. I mean, and not good. So this side of it, where it hits the spring, or the valve tips, that got worn out there. The hole where the push rod go is really beat up inside of there. And this motor had 150,000 miles on it. It's a little high mileage, but I didn't think it'd be that much wear on it. But these new ones are supposed to eliminate all that. Because you got your rollers here. These are on rollers. So it's supposed to eliminate all that. And also, these things will actually free up some horsepower. And I don't mean add horsepower, I mean free up horsepower. And the reason I say it like that is because this style rocker arm, with everything rubbing like this, and you know, everything's rubbing on metal, is rubbing metal, where these are just rolling. With this style, actually creates friction. Well, it is friction. Friction equals heat. So with these, you're going to get a heat reduction inside the engine there, your valve train. And so reducing the friction is going to free up horsepower. It's not going to add horsepower, it's going to free it up, because the heat caused by these is a parasitic draw on your horsepower. So I do have a set in the motor now, and I'd like to show you that. I don't have anything torqued down right now or nothing. But, you know, they look good. Nothing's torqued down, so I don't want to go moving these around or anything. But I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison with the new style stamp steel ones. I bought these and I decided I don't like them. I wanted to go with this. I mean, they are expensive. For this motor, it was just under $500 for these things. You can see how it sits right under the valve tips there. It's got nice little pockets under here for the push rods to fit into. And these are non-adjustable. You cannot adjust these. So you kind of basically just throw them in. Now, one thing I do want to go over with you, if you're going to go this route, if you look here, how this is cut. These are the old factory style ones. How this is cut and rounded here. Where these, the ends of it here are squared off. And it doesn't say nothing in the instructions or anything, but I've read a lot of reviews where people had to go and cut the inside of their valve cover. They have to go in and cut this baffle out of here. Okay, that's this here. And it looks like a real pain in the ass to do that. But if you look on the other side of it, through the holes, I got a little paint on the inside of that. Same on that one. These are where your big grommets go in the those plastic elbows. But they want you to cut that out of there because they say the top of it will, this corner here, the squared off corner I showed you, it's going to bang against the top of the valve cover. I would not recommend grinding these down or nothing. You can go that route of cutting that baffle out of there, but I don't think it's as easy as people are saying it is. So my way around it, because I didn't want to go through that hassle and pain, I got this off of eBay, and this is called a valve cover spacer. It's 5/8 thick. You're going to need 2 valve cover gaskets to use this, but so the idea of it, I can't get it back there right now with one hand. But the idea of it is it's going to lay over there like that. Then your valve cover is going to go on top of it. So it's going to raise everything up. So you don't have to cut that baffle out. This was $100 on eBay. But it also came with the water pump. Or not water pump. Shoot, I can't think of it now. The thermostat housing spacer, which is a 1/4 inch thick. This is 5/8 is a 1/4 inch. And that, I didn't know the kit came with it, but that spacer for the, God, I can't think of that word, the thermostat housing. It's supposed to be able to get your hoses on and off easier on the end of that tube. And if you've done it a few times, you know that's a pain in the butt because it's pretty much right up against the valve cover like this, the hose. I don't think, does it go this way or does it come this way? I can't remember now. But it gives you a little bit of extra space in here for the thermostat housing, so it's supposed to be easier to get the hoses on and off. So I just wanted to show you an unboxing, give a little review, some tips with the valve cover. And if you're interested, I will be putting these on very soon. So there's a whole series of videos in this series called Jeep 4.0 Engine Rebuild. And if you want to see how these work, I'm going to run it with the valve cover off, I think. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But check it out if you like. It's while you're in there. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.